My name's Tom Schock. I am the promotions director for two radio stations in Ottawa, Boom 99.7, which is an adult contemporary type radio station, and a completely different radio station, which is a rock format, which is 106.9 The Bear. The reason I got into radio is kind of a strange back way to get into it. I wasn't great with English or speaking in front of crowds because I was never all that confident with the English language, so I started doing improv and stand-up comedy, and stand-up comedy eventually led me to a career in radio. People, they always used to joke, oh, you have a face for radio, but doing the whole stand-up comedy routine, it transferred a lot to doing an on-air position with a radio station. If you were to go back 10 years and look at the way radio was, it was just terrestrial. You listened in your car or you listened at home on your radio. That's the way it was. But today, every single radio station has an app. You can listen on your app. And the way that you listen to iTunes and the way that you listen to any kind of entertainment, even if you go on YouTube, it's the same thing with radio right now. It just has to transcend the changes that are going on in technology, and it has to make itself accessible, and it has to matter to people. And as soon as it stops mattering to the average everyday person, it'll start to become irrelevant. And I think right now the transition is painful for radio. It's slow. Some companies are better than others, but I think it's getting there, and I think it has more of an avenue with people because of the music it plays and because of some of the announcers.
Don't go anywhere, Bum. Need you to back up. Back up. Please.
Yes.
Please. So Bum is a producer. So his real name's not Bum.
No.
It's Jeff. So Jeff, he does all the commercial production. So whenever you hear any ads on the air, he's done it, and Rich upstairs is our copywriter, so he'll write it, but Bum here will put
The
it
brains
together.
behind the whole operation.
He makes the sound go boom.
My entire radio broadcasting career up until this point here at The Bear was as an on-air DJ, starting with The Bear, doing overnights. I also did evenings at XFM. I've worked at Shea 106. I've worked in Aurelia, K-Rock in Kingston, and out east doing a morning show for a rock station as well. So primarily on air, but then moving into the promotions department by working here about 2 years ago. When I first started here, we had a reel-to-reel machine. So you had to have a razor blade and a wax crayon, and I would do the all request show, and you would record people on the reel-to-reel machine, and then you would rewind it, and wherever you wanted to make your cut, you would literally cut it with a razor blade and then tape the stupid thing back together, and that's how I used to do all requests. Now everything's on a computer. Absolutely everything is digital. You want to find something, everything's at your fingertips.
This is your play cue. So this is everything that's coming up. So you see that Lenny Kravitz's American Woman will play after this song. So this is what's currently playing. That will have an ID in the middle, then that song. And as you see, here's all the different artists and songs, and this is your commercial island.
When you have to host a live TV show that's going across the country, when I did that for the Memorial Cup, that's crazy. When you're going across the country and you have a little earpiece in and they're telling you that in 3 seconds you're going to go live across the country, and then the entire system craps out on you that you're doing all your playback on in the truck, and the whole thing collapses, and you got to fill 20 minutes of a show by yourself with no other material except you. That's pretty intense, so you have to be able to think quickly on your feet. All the music you hear on a radio station is pre-programmed, so everything you hear, every single song you hear has been pre-programmed. It depends on the different kind of format that you're playing and the demographic that you're going for, but different songs will actually get played more often than others, depending on if you're a classic rock radio station or if you're a station like Live 885. You're going to have different songs in your mix, obviously, but it's all done through testing. So it's just regular office, but there's a computer program that runs the whole thing. As soon as you stop mattering to that group of people, they'll stop listening to you. And even though a guy like, I love using a guy like Ron McLean or a guy like George Stroumboulopoulos, who's a very good television host, he follows people. He has people that he listens to. Even though these people are these great entities that are on television and they're larger than life, they still have people that influence them. So it's not like they know everything. And I think that's the two biggest things that I've always taken away from radio, is that you don't know everything. There's always going to be somebody that knows more than you, and stand for something. And if you stand for something, or if you provide something to people, people will listen to you. And that's the bottom line. You are a communicator, you're an entertainer, or you're providing information to people. And if you can do that, then you've done something.